Okay, this is a continuation of the Socrative Quizmaker video I did earlier. So we're going to start by taking a look at the dashboard online, and I just want to show you a comparison between the web version and the teacher app version, and then we'll get into the student app and how the two apps interact with one another, as well as retrieval of marks and data. So to get started, we've already created a quiz. I can go in and manage any of the quizzes that I've done. I can, just to quickly show you, go into my quizzes, pick one of these ones here and edit them. Or this is where I would go about starting a quiz. So I can click Start Quiz and then select one of the ones that I've created. Go Socrative Test, that's the one we made. And we can give student paced immediate feedback, student paced student navigation. This basically makes sure that you can either control the pace yourself, you can provide them immediate feedback if they've got it right or wrong, or you can just let them kind of just go on their own pace. I'm just going to select the immediate feedback for right now just so you can see that. Now, here's the great thing about this. Typically, iPads being used in larger sets are being used in learning commons, which make the move away from the traditional style classroom, and as such you'll have students somewhat sitting next to each other. So how do you make sure they're not looking at each other's questions? Well, we can randomize question order and randomize answer order, so the person sitting next to them will not have the same screen as them, and even if they are on the same question, the answers will be in a different order. So let's just go to Start, and all we need our students to know, and if we have a quiz in progress, I have to hit that. All my students need to know is how to open the Socrative app and put in this code. That's basically it. There's no student account for them that is necessary. So let's just take a quick look at the iPad itself. So let's go to Air Server, take a look at the iPad I have running right now. So if I'm looking for my app, I'm going to find it. It's the blue one in the top left corner. You'll see the student and the teacher one are there. We're just going to go into teacher right now real quick to take a look at the differences between the online version and the web version, or the app version. So for the teacher account, you'll notice it looks exactly the same. So there's no real major difference. The room code is the same, starting a quiz is the same, and I can go take a look at the quiz that's currently in progress. So quite simple to transfer back and forth between the two of them. And you'll notice right now, if I go into my dashboard and go into menu, I can clear out the room from any students that were in it from a previous class. So if I was doing the same test with multiple classes, you're going to want to make sure you go through and do this before you continue on. Otherwise, you're going to have a mix of different students showing up for different quizzes. So we've started this quiz already. So now let's take a look at what the students are going to see. So for that, we'll go to the top left corner, click on the blue Student Socrative, and all they need to know is what that code was. So let's just take a quick peek at what our code was again. B78 CD3F3. If you have a whiteboard in your room, it's good to put this up on the room on some sort of whiteboard or chalkboard. So when they come in, if you're flipping between screens, then you can just direct them towards this, because it is quite a difficult string. Oddly enough, it seems you got to hit this join room button twice, and once you hit it twice, it will bring them in. So let's full screen this now. What's nice about this app as well is the fact that it puts a format in there for them to follow. So you'll see Tyler, comma, space, Rose. We'll just get our students to follow that. So we'll put Pedroia, comma, Dustin, and then hit done. And then automatically they're enrolled into the quiz. So what is the capital city of New Brunswick? So because we put immediate feedback on, it's going to let us know. So if I put St. John, it's going to let me know what the correct answer was. Was New Brunswick one of the original provinces during Confederation? Again, immediate feedback. And then this is what I wanted to show as well, is just what that looks like when you include an image. So you can see a lot of uses with this, with any other kind of subject and content matter. Specifically, as I mentioned in the previous videos, how you could apply this to math. So instead of going through different and difficult programs to write different math questions and whatnot that you may already have printed out, then you can just take pictures of that and include those as the questions, and then provide the different answer sets here below. So it might make it a little bit easier to use this for quick assessments and benchmarking, as it automatically grades for you. So we'll just say yes, submit our answer, okay, and then now once it's completed, it gives them this little picture here. So we're waiting now for the teacher. So just to show you back on the computer where we would go next, you'll now notice, and this is what would be up on the screen unless you were to take it down. This is on the teacher login here. I'll see every student that's logged in, what questions that they've completed, and the grade that they, whether or not they got it right or wrong. Once I've finished with this and I want the assessment data, I'm just going to click finish. And here's the great part, is if you are a Google Drive fan, you can send it there if you want to email it to yourself, or if you had a literacy lead or liaison you wanted to send this to, or math lead, then you could do that. But let's just download this to our computer. It gives us a whole class Excel, individual student PDF, which is great for parent-teacher night. You have these things printed off. If these are your benchmarks, it's already done for you. It's not any extra work. And a question-specific PDF, so for you yourself, you know what questions you may need to work on with each specific class. So we'll hit submit. And then now you'll notice that it's going to download that for me now. So and there we go, we can see it down there in the Chrome app. So if I open this up, I can take a look at some of the data that I got. Now there was only one student, so this isn't going to be all that interesting. However, you'll notice that it does some good things for you here. So if I go into this folder that it threw at me, it gives me the Excel file. And what's great is it'll color code everything for you. See, it shows me the total score, and it gives you the room number and the day that the test was and all that. You also get the question specific PDF. So you'll see right now what beside each question, what the numbers were for who responded to what. And then we also now have a folder with student-specific results. So again, great little benchmark tool that could be used for parent-teacher to show them where they're at, whether it's a reading comprehension or a simple mental math activity. So that's Socrative in a nutshell. You can also do interesting things like exit tickets and space races, where you'd have groups of students working together on quizzes that you created. If you are interested in trying out Socrative, don't hesitate to email me at philip.sweezy@mbed.mb.ca.